The Miss Uganda 2013 journey started with the Pied Piper's call to all pretty girls countrywide to join the biggest beauty contest in Uganda.
Once upon a time, a journey began. A journey of 1,000 miles and the beginning of a fairy tale. It started with the first step, taken on the 10th of April at the Kampala Serena Hotel, when the Pied Piper played her tune, calling out all the beauties from far and wide, from hills and valleys, all across the beautiful grasslands of Uganda. It was during the glamorous launch that the sparkling, brand new Mercedes-Benz A-Class Grand Prize was unveiled, plus a full year's salary of 1.5 million Uganda shillings a month for the winner. The Miss Uganda 2013 campaign definitely had all the signs of an epic run of show. Before long, the search was to trail on to all parts of Uganda. Lira hosted the first regional search. It provided the basis for what was to be an action-packed campaign.
For those that have been following us, you would see the improvement that has been there, right from the prizes to transparency to level of organization and professionalism to managing the Miss Uganda franchise as a brand.
Miss Uganda has had its ups and downs over the years. Each year gets better, we grow. I don't want to have a queen who's just beautiful and that's where it ends. I want a queen that will be seen and heard.
Training sessions proved most strenuous as professionals worked long hours to make catwalk-ready contestants and labored to instill confidence and discipline in the chosen girls. The team was determined to make the event a success, and indeed it was, as Northern Region contestants put on a show for the ages. A decent turnout supported the beauty queens all the way to the crowning of a 23-year-old Miss Judith Achayo Moro from Gulu.
I am so happy and I really thank God for that. I want to encourage those girls who are back home watching me that if you want something, go for it. Do not despise yourself. Be determined and you'll achieve what you want.
After the northern adventure, the journey headed west to a warm reception from a very anticipatory Mbarara town. Behind the curtains, a resilient team tirelessly gave their all in piecing the night together, bringing to the table a vast wealth of experience and creativity. Finally, after all the tedious preparation, the girls hit the ramp and got the show on the road. As usual, every contestant was fittingly in contention for the Western crown, and the judging panel took their time with the girls. But at the end, a winner came forth in 19-year-old Anita Charimpa, who had just finished her Senior 6 studies and is looking to pursue a degree in law when she joins university.
I'm very excited, I'm very happy, I'm very overwhelmed.
The search was now in high gear. A week later, the team set out to pioneer the search for the Central Region Queen in Masaka. The event at Maria Flo Hotel was graced by powerful performances from Captain Dollar and Grace Nachimera. The colorful audience made the show spectacular with their rapturous cheers and applause while the ladies strut on the runway. Eventually, the Central Region Queen was chosen, much to the acknowledged delight of the Masaka faithful. 22-year-old Miss Stella Nantumbwe emerged top overall and sat at her place on a symbolic throne for the jubilant crowd. With beauty queens identified in Lira, Mbarara and Masaka, it was now time to search the east. The Miss Uganda team visited Jinja with a bar set at the highest level. After the climax in Masaka, it seemed nearly impossible to top that in Jinja. But alas, the reception was great. The night was as always energetic and fired up with performances by Fiona Aquero and Sheba, though Aziz Azion took over the night with his hypnotizing ballads. The audience enjoyed themselves, and the MC of the night, Alex, made sure the crowd was well entertained. His humorous antics and rib-cracking jokes got everyone in just the right mood for the showdown. The girls aimed to capture the audience's hearts from the moment they were introduced as they strode gracefully to tantalizing beats. After a competitive catwalk face-off, the judges made the best decision when they named Margaret Ilwanu the new Miss Uganda Eastern Region Queen.
I feel totally great and loved and so happy about winning this competition. I had a goal to fight, and I saw the Miss Uganda competition as the best weapon and tool to use. So now I'm pretty sure my dreams will come to pass.
With the regionals having concluded on a high, focus shifted to Kampala at the Garden City rooftop, where the regional finalists joined a mammoth Kampala crowd for a pre-selection session. Ideally, only 20 girls were needed for boot camp out of the over 150 hopefuls, and the tedious job fell to the judging panel, who methodically sifted through the pack with a fine C. Tough as it was, decision-making concluded that 22 girls would be inducted into camp as the finalists for this year's pageant. The girls who made it later on in the week converged at the Serena for a media presentation. Selected guests came for a cocktail before heading into the main hall for a glimpse at this year's finalists. As is with the Miss Uganda culture, entertainment was magnificent, coming from a solo guitar piece by Irene Ntale and Lillian Mbabazi. We got to see the talented Kezi crew, the brains behind the campaign's huge success, as Brenda brought them out for their own catwalk version. Eventually, the event moderator, Crystal Newman, got to the main event and unveiled the beauty queens one at a time. Masked beauties owned the stage when they revealed their beautiful faces with elegance and flair. They flashed heartwarming smiles as each of them gave the guests a good look and possibly influenced voting at an early stage.
This has been an exciting journey for those that have followed us through the regionals right to tonight when we unveil the beautiful girls. Stylish, sophisticated, elegant, a true representation of will be crowned Miss Uganda 2013-2014. She not only gets to participate or contest in the Miss World competitions, but she also gets to drive away in the ultimate grand prize, an A-class Mercedes-Benz, fully serviced for an entire year, fully fueled for an entire year. The beauty queen also gets to walk away with a monthly allowance of 1.5 million shillings for the entire duration of her reign. The runners-up will also walk away with a very exciting prizes, allowances, and many other exciting things.
With one final glimpse at the grand prize at stake, the beauty queens headed to camp to battle it out in the various categories. An exciting day it was for most of them as they entered camp, packed and ready for the journey to the throne. The girls were all smiles as they checked into the Ndere Center camp. Strict instructors at camp made sure they all had their necessities, and soon enough, everyone was settled into the place they would call home for the next couple of weeks. Right from the start, work began on the contestants as they were trained and taught to be decent and presentable models. Activities at camp taught discipline, etiquette, and proper human relations, and a test came when they visited Butabika Hospital. The girls freely mingled with the patients and enjoyed long talks at the drug rehab wing. They learned a few things from their visit and gave away board games to keep the patients busy and entertained. It was a fun day too, as they started off the board games and played with them for a while before heading back to camp. Amidst their normal routines, they held a talent show at the Garden City rooftop, which they hosted themselves. Miss Flosha Mukashaka oversaw the chronology of events as judges looked on at the proceedings. An array of magnificent talent was showcased, much to the crowd's delight, and what a show it was. The contestants had fun, and the guests enjoyed the show from the word go. It was a difficult-looking task for the judges to pick out an overall winner, especially with so many diverse talents getting very good reception. Well then, it has been quite a journey. We have had laughs, tears, disbelief, shock, turmoil. The ship has sailed through all-round weather to get this far. The Pied Piper has done her part, and tonight we wonder, when the curtain falls, who will be the next Miss Uganda?
The pre-selection in Kampala followed where the ladies had to battle it out for the top 22 positions to qualify for the grand finale. Guests were treated to a grandiose crowning ceremony at the Kampala Serena. It was nothing short of the typical Hollywood red carpet affair. At the hotly contested finale, Stella Nantumbwe wooed the crowd and judges with such grace, poise, elegance, intelligence and beauty, a rare combination and attributes to come by. She was crowned Miss Uganda 2013 and drove away in the ultimate grand prize, an A-class Mercedes-Benz, and also bagged a monthly allowance of 1.5 million shillings every month for the duration of her reign. Miss Uganda 2013 was indeed an exciting journey.